Any progress identifying the other victims?
We just tracked down the last one.
Susan Chan and Trent Watkins had licenses on him. She was from Oklahoma, he was from Idaho.
Both tourists.
Yeah.
So were the other two. We found them in the missing persons databases. Michael Iannucci and Melanie Renault, she's French, wasn't even reported missing for a couple of months.
Did any of them have a connection to Ella Baird?
Nothing except for how they went missing. All were on solo hikes when they disappeared.
Not as unusual as you'd think. Over 1,600 people go missing in national parks every year.
How much time between disappearances?
First one was 5 years ago. Second, year and a half later.
But barely 6 months between the last two.
So they're increasing in frequency.
I know Commander Chase hasn't determined cause of death yet, but someone went to a lot of trouble to hide those bodies.
And it seems like there's a ritualistic element to where they were buried.
Hey, so the last guy we just ID'd, Michael Iannucci, he was actually an airman with the Coast Guard.
Did he just investigate?
Oh, yeah. They put one of their best agents on it.
Hey, team, back together again. Huh? Just good to see you.
Yeah.
Appreciate you coming so quickly, Neil.
Well, time was of the essence. Looks like we're looking at a serial killer here, huh?
It's a possibility.
Well, it's good you brought me in. I'm kind of an expert.
Really? On serial killers?
I'm sort of the CGIS resident profiler. I took a seminar in Quantico last year.
At the FBI Behavioral Analysis Unit?
At the Hilton. But the guys running it were former FBI. Changed my life. If you want, I could work up a profile on our unsub for the team.
Oh, boy.
Why don't you just share what you know about Airman Iannucci's disappearance first?
Right. Excellent idea. So, I did a pretty exhaustive investigation.
Exhausted just looking at it.
Iannucci was on leave in Hawaii 2 years ago. He told a friend he was going to hike Waimano Falls, and that was the last anyone heard from him.
You conducted a search?
Yeah, we found his phone at the base of a ravine, but no sign of him.
State Park Police thought it was an accident.
Yeah, that was the assumption at the time, but I was never convinced. Iannucci was a mountain climber. He had plenty of outdoor experience.
So you kept investigating?
Yeah, I did, and eventually I found a suspect. I spoke to a woman who was on the trail the same day Iannucci disappeared. She said a scary guy was following her. Really freaked her out.
And you think he could have done something to your airman?
Park rangers said he'd harassed hikers before. They call him Joe. Nobody knows his real name. He's just a vagrant who lives out in the forests all over Oahu.
Did you question him?
Couldn't track him down. Evidently, he's always on the move.
That would fit, with the victims all having been in different areas.
Let's send the sketch to the Rangers again. Maybe they can help locate him. And I have to get going.
Ooh, you got big dinner plans?
Meeting my son's new girlfriend, and I still have a meal to make.
I'll get the sketch out.
Thanks.
What about us? You want to order some takeout, really dig in here?
I wish I could, but the fam's expecting me for dinner.
Oh, great. Dinner with your family sounds awesome.